a monumental shift has occurred in the political landscape. The Colorado Supreme Court, in an unprecedented ruling, has disqualified former President Donald Trump from the state's ballot due to his involvement in the events of January 6, 2021. This decision marks the first time in U.S. history that a presidential candidate has been deemed ineligible under a seldom-used provision of the U.S. Constitution, which bars those who have engaged in insurrection or rebellion from holding office. Rewind to the fateful day of January 6, 2021, when the U.S. Capitol was stormed by supporters of the then president. This event has since cast a long shadow over the political career of Donald Trump, culminating in this historic ruling. Despite the ruling applying only to Colorado's Republican primary, its implications could extend to the general election slated for November 5th. However, it is important to note that Colorado is widely viewed as a Democratic stronghold, and it's likely that President Joe Biden would carry the state regardless of Trump's eligibility. The ruling has not gone unchallenged. Trump, undeterred, has vowed to appeal the decision to the U.S. Supreme Court, prompting the Colorado court to delay the effect of its decision until at least January 4, 2024, to allow for an appeal. This sets the stage for the nation's highest court to rule on Trump's eligibility for another presidential term. The lawsuit is seen as a litmus test for broader efforts to disqualify Trump from state ballots under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. This provision, enacted after the U.S. Civil War, was designed to prevent supporters of the Confederacy from serving in government. The Colorado Supreme Court, venturing into uncharted territory, concluded that the U.S. Constitution prohibits Trump from appearing on the ballot due to his role in instigating violence at the Capitol. This decision reverses a previous ruling by a lower court judge who found Trump guilty of inciting violence, but concluded that he was not an officer of the United States who could be disqualified under the amendment. The case was brought forward by a group of Colorado voters, assisted by the Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington. They argued that Trump's incitement of the Capitol attack was a disqualifying act. The court's decision has been hailed as historic and justified by supporters, while critics, including the Trump campaign, have labeled it as undemocratic. In summary, the Colorado Supreme Court's ruling has made history, marking the first time a presidential candidate has been disqualified due to involvement in insurrection. The decision is a significant milestone in the aftermath of the January 6, 2021 events and sets a precedent that could have far-reaching implications in future elections. The eyes of the nation now turn to the U.S. Supreme Court, awaiting its verdict on this pivotal issue.